The gospel of our character. One of the things Jesus emphasized while he was physically on earth with his disciples was the quality of character. In many of his teachings and his life as well, he will always spend time talking about the character traits that his listeners should acquire and live by. And when his disciples came closer, he would use parables and other visible things to teach them the importance of love, of humility, patience, kindness, meekness, honesty. Jesus told his disciples in John chapter 13 from verse 35, "By these shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if you have love one to another." On one hand, this clearly shows that love is one of the irrefutable marks of a true disciple of Christ. When love for one another is lacking, affirming to be a follower of Christ would make no sense. On another hand, that verse of the scriptures shows that the people who are not yet disciples of Christ constantly look at his disciples for evidence that Christ truly lived on earth, died, and rose again, and that the things Jesus taught them were worthy of emulation, or are worthy of emulation. This is why it's often said that Christianity is not a religion, but a lifestyle. Being a Christian, that's a follower of Christ, is a new way of living. In fact, it is the best and only approved way by God. Before the coming of Christ, the fathers of faith who walked with God were able to influence their neighborhoods through their lifestyle. They were able to make nations and kingdoms see God by their conversation, being different in words and practice from the hidden. Today, one of the things that will make the world run after Jesus will be our lifestyle as Christians. For we are the epistles that men out there read. Several people are good at standing behind pulpits to teach the Bible, joining scriptures, quoting, giving testimonies, and being eloquent in talks, but they are grossly deficient in character. The Bible that has not yet been preached in our generation is our character. Our day-to-day manner of living towards one another as Christians, and towards those around us, our friends, our colleagues, our neighbors, and even our enemies. That is what many of us are not preaching today. The people of old had just the Pentateuch, then the prophets, and later the words of Jesus, but they lived sound Christian lives. How is it that we have the complete books of the Bible, everyone with copies to carry around on the electronic devices, yet we find it difficult to live by the tenets of God's word? The sinners are waiting for Christ to be seen through us. The Bible that has not been preached is our character. That's the gospel of Jesus Christ. That's what our world needs today. People who live out the teachings of Jesus Christ as written in the Holy Bible.